Jingle bell rock, jingle bells.
Good night. Welcome to another episode of Let Her Finish. How is everyone tonight?
Good, doing good.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm good. So it is the season. What season am I talking about? We all get it.
No idea what you're talking about.
Wait. I have the perfect segue. We all get into our cars. We've noticed traffic has increased. We turn on the radio and we notice there's only one type of song playing.
Oh gosh.
We head to the supermarket and we buy our dead tree to put in our house and we hang our ornaments on it. Can anyone guess what season it is?
Halloween!
Christmas! I worked on that for 2 minutes. So,
That was great. Oh my god.
I love Christmas. It is one of my favorite seasons. I love to decorate. I love giving the gifts. I love all of that. I love to eat. I think Christmas is taken very seriously in our house, specifically tree decorating. Everybody has a turn to pick a color scheme to pick the tree.
What?
I would like to say that this year it was my turn. Well, I picked some of the colors, but and hopefully in post-production they will put my Christmas tree somewhere here because it is a beautiful Christmas tree and everyone needs to see it.
So when did you decorate it? Like this week or?
Last week. We need.
Everybody gets a turn to decorate a tree.
Yeah.
And suppose you do a bad job, what has happened?
Oh God.
You get exiled.
Oh no.
I think you get like a 2-year ban. You're not allowed to touch a Christmas tree. But actually, growing up, we had one sister who actually used to take it. She was like in charge every year, and to the point where put our ornament there under that branch right there.
Oh my.
I won't name any names. We all know who this is. A certain sister. But like as we grew older, we were like, okay, finally she was like, okay, you can decorate a tree.
Now,
So-
did you guys like want to decorate a tree like back then when she had her turn?
I mean, it was like
You guys like, give me a chance to decorate
we
a
all
tree.
did it, but she
Yeah,
had
but
she
there
had
are
a certain decision, like there's a hierarchy, you know.
Yeah.
But I think that looks good there. And she's like, no, move it
So
around.
how do you decide who goes on what year?
I think it's whoever is buying happened to be buying the decorations this year. I went this
So
time.
you guys buy new decorations every year for the
No,
tree?
and
Oh,
that's the
okay.
hard part. So
Okay.
this is where it gets challenging. You have the old ornaments, but you need one new color, and you're like, okay, one new color would go with everything.
old
I remember
my
remember the first time it was like I think I was in charge, and then I had take pictures of the tree. I was like, yes, my tree looks so nice, and then the sister who shall not be named, she was like, I would have done it better. So that's how it is in my family. How do you guys go about it? Are you like you get the tree, or do you go with a plastic tree? What's up?
Well, that's the thing. For me, I see it's really big for you. Not like that. I think when I moved back was the first time when I really got a tree, and I got a artificial tree. I didn't get a real tree. And this year is the first year that I got a real tree. So it's been a while.
I'm not gonna lie, it's expensive.
Yeah.
It is an expensive holiday.
We used to get real trees. We still get real trees, and for us, it's like when we were growing up, everybody can do what they want. So a Christmas tree probably looked like a shit show compared to yours.
Oh my god.
Ridiculous.
So we have like so many bulbs and so many lights and so many like different decorations that it's like different colors.
I would come into your house like lovely Christmas tree.
And then we're so teasing.
You see that Christmas tree?
So but I love the smell of real Christmas trees. Like I love it.
Well, I have to get used to it because I literally this is the first time I bought a
Really?
real Christmas tree, and still have to decorate.
And
it.
you like it?
Yes.
Can you smell it?
I could smell it, and it's kind of messy.
Oh yes,
Oh,
it is.
yeah.
I
It
was
is.
vacuuming.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
That's
this
one
is
thing
what
they
we
don't
get.
tell you,
Yes.
how much you got
Yes.
sleep. And you got water it every day.
Yes.
Oh my God.
And there's like a
Or it's
thing you
gonna
have to
die.
like cut off
Well, it's already
the
dying.
bottom part
I
of the
just heard
trunk.
about that.
You have to cut off the
You
bottom.
did it all wrong.
You gotta cut it off, or else your tree going dead in the next 2 weeks.
Oh my
Yeah, it'll turn when it turned brown.
Yeah.
I have a little stand and then have put water in it with
I did the
aspirin.
same
Yeah.
thing. I
But
put
you
the
need to
aspirin.
cut the bottom.
What? I've
That
never
is not-
heard
it's
that.
up already?
Oh,
well, it's not
Jesus.
decorated yet.
You gotta take everything
You gotta take it
down.
down. You have
Cut
to
it
cut
off.
it. It's going to die. It's going to die soon.
But ain't that already?
No, it's going to die even
It's
more.
dying faster.
we, like,
Christmas is ruined. Cancel it.
Yeah, well, I didn't cut the bottom of my tree. I also got a tree for the first time. This because of my son.
Okay.
Was he asking for one?
No, not really, but all his shows on YouTube, you know, he's talking about Father Christmas, and because obviously he's watching George and Peppa Pig. So, but I've been, you know, this is the first time he's gonna be really aware of Christmas and the tree. He knows what Christmas trees. He knows the decorations and those type of things. So I went with him to the store, and he picked out one, or at least whatever he pointed to him, like, okay, let's take a picture on the way, putting it in, and putting it up. He saw me putting it up, and we went together to get the decorations. I mean, he's 3, and look at me, and like, I'm super excited. I'm like, Kevin, what color you want?
And he just
the first color he picked out, like,
don't let him choose.
It's
gonna be a mess.
And then he said red, and he said green. I said, okay, we're gonna choose blue and green. And I put the lights around, and then he did the balls. He put the Christmas balls up, and he's asking for the star. Where's the star? I don't know how they know these things. YouTube, I don't know. He asking for the star, but I'm waiting for K1 Britannia's angel.
Oh yes.
Because every year I put the angel on the top, the one that we buy. So that's I keep telling him we're gonna get a star angel to put it up. But now every day he redecorates the tree. He takes the balls and he puts them.
I'm not liking it. I'm not liking it. Very critical. He's gonna grow up. He can be in our family. He's very critical.
Like, I want this to go out here today.
No, it's a mess. It's a mess.
But you guys, I don't know. When I was younger, growing up in St. Martin and during the holidays, I find that people's houses were more decorated in the past than they are now, and I don't know, I'm kind of sad about the fact that like I'm driving down like my neighborhood, or I'm not seeing much lights, and you know there's a Christmas house. I don't know if you guys know about the Christmas house on the French side. I don't know if they're gonna have it this year.
That's true, and I'm
not sure.
And I must say, at my house too, we like kind of stopped decorating outside. It's not as fun as inside decorating. It's because I guess you do it more for like other people to enjoy.
They used to have a competition.
They used to have a competition.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think the house in Colby, down the hill.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That used to be
But it was
great.
cheap.
Do they have?
And you get like a year free.
Well, I don't know what the price was.
Do they have it up? Is that house decorated?
No.
I don't know.
I don't know if they're gonna do it. I don't see much decorations at all this year.
Well, GB won't let me be great. I am so not going to invest in those things, and then my GB bill is going to be high. So
And lights are the worst. We literally buy lights every year.
Yeah, because
you plug them in and like one working.
And I remember having to the old time lights, you have to replace them
all time. That's still how it is.
Like if one is blown, you just change. You find the one.
But usually they come with a little pack.
Yeah.
They have the LED lights. They're not more durable now.
I don't know, but I still have that problem. I had a discussion with my sister, and she was like, "Yo, so many years of light bulbs and these things that you would think that they would innovate this, and why we stay like 20 years out." Having to find out one bulb and change it. I was like, come on, someone redesign this product, please.
Make it easier.
But I do miss the old-fashioned bulbs, the ones that when they fall, they break. You remember those big ones?
Oh yeah.
Because they used to be so like.
Yeah, they still have. They probably still have.
They have them, but like from plastic now, which is good. But you know.
So, tree decorating aside, is there any other like rich Christmas rituals or traditions that are upheld in your family?
We usually sharing gifts, I guess.
Yeah, that's
about it.
We visit family that you don't really see them throughout the year sometimes, but we make it a habit too. But that is a ritual, I guess, that we have. We go on the friend side to visit family there, or we spend Boxing Day by another family member. But what I really, really enjoy, and that I have my own little family now, is that I get to create my own something with my son. So
what did you guys do last year?
Last year he was 2. We did the same things. I carry him around, but now he's more aware. And this is the fun part about it, is that he knows what he's seeing, and he's
and
so
he knows
talkative.
maybe what he wants to do. Maybe
Like
he's already asking what he wants for Christmas.
No, he's not that aware. But and everything is he wants the same thing.
But he knows that he wants gifts. Like he's expecting gifts on Christmas.
No, he's not. That he just loves everything about it. So I don't think he understands yet that he's getting a bunch of gifts for Christmas, but the Christmas tree, he knows Santa Claus, and he likes the lights. He loves the lights and the balls and all those kind of things. So he's enjoying it so far. next year, I guess he'll know that he's getting a bunch of
gifts.
Gifts.
But what about you? What about Santa Claus? When did they bust the bubble for you that Santa wasn't real?
I don't think
Santa's not real.
Santa's not real. You know what?
Because I had this debate with someone. Actually, even my mom was like, "I'm not going to tell him that Santa brought toys for him because
If you don't tell him, you never need to like break the
But
pot.
here's the thing now. He's watching YouTube and he's like Father Christmas. I didn't even tell him anything about Santa.
Christmas don't come to my
Do you guys know that like if there's a website that traces Santa Claus, like
really,
like yeah, so like you
With Google Maps.
On Facebook, you see it also.
So it starts like on whatever side
God.
of the world and then ends up like
Technology.
Oh God, Santa Claus
So they
is
like
coming.
map out his route.
Yeah, they map out his route. Like,
Yes.
oh my God, Santa Claus
And
is
you
in
could
the
see
US
he's
right
over
now.
here, and then you could see when they're passing over the Caribbean and those type of
It's
things.
so funny.
That's hilarious.
But no, I can't remember.
I don't remember.
I remember when my little sister, when I think it was me and my oldest sister, we told my little sister that Santa Claus was
God.
I can't remember, but I think it was somewhere along those lines. Poor child.
I don't
It's
think I
heartbreaking.
ever believed that,
Right.
Santa Claus bringing you gifts and
Yeah.
stuff to you.
I
just
think
knew it was my parents.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
You
good.
knew always you was like you were 3 years old like I see through you.
Daddy, mommy. What I did believe in off topic is the tooth fairy. Every time my tooth fell out, my parents would wrap money in foil paper and put it under my bed.
Even
and I would be
if-
like, tooth fairy, bring me tomorrow.
If you're smart, even if you stop believing in the tooth fairy, just keep on believing in like just like these suckers. Like I still believe in the tooth fairy.
They will tell you no. Okay.
You're 12 now. I mean, when do you stop losing your teeth? Like
The
around?
wisdom teeth.
Imagine the dentist give a swing in it.
Or maybe pay for my bill. Pay for my bill, cause
Like, here's your child's wisdom teeth. Put it under her pillow.
No.
well, since we're on the whole ritual and tradition thing, or let's go into superstition. What were some of those Caribbean superstitions that like you grew up with?
The funny one that what they would always say, I think my grandmother, she would always say, don't go sleep with your hair wet. I catch a draft. Up to now, I ain't catch no draft. And I just go sleep with my hair wet all the time.
But I think I really believe that still though.
Yeah.
Like don't go to
Like,
bed.
what
with
is
it.
anyway? What do you mean I catch a draft with my hair wet?
Cause you're gonna get cold. You're gonna get. Are you
Like
gonna
you're
wake?
going to
I
bed
don't
with
know.
your head
Temperature
cold, I
difference.
guess.
Science. I don't know.
Science, yeah.
But even like like going outside and if you get wet.
Yeah.
But that's not the only reason why you get a cold and stuff like that.
Exactly.
It's other things.
I don't know. I think
it's
it stems from like to prevent. I don't know where it stems from. This. I don't know.
so you
To maybe
still-
prevent people
But
from not.
isn't I don't know, I might sound really statistically, or I may be off here, but isn't it more, you have more chance of getting sick if the temperature drop and it's cold and it's wet?
It's somewhat like let's say for instance
Or that
if your hair is wet and you're sitting down next to her, for instance, coughing, your immune system kind of lower
weak,
than weak because you're basically trying to keep your body warm, right? So you would quicker maybe catch a cold from her. But if nobody around you really have the cold and
Yeah,
stuff,
then you wouldn't
so
get
it's
sick.
like,
Well, I guess, I don't know.
thing is,
It must have come from somewhere.
Yeah.
Right?
I never.
Really? Because I mean, this is a myth, but what about the superstitions? Like real superstition baseless, kind of like, I know the ones
Like
where
which
like, if someone's sweeping and they sweep on your toes,
Oh,
that means
yeah.
you're not gonna get married.
Yeah.
I have so many.
I think we had a whole bunch of them.
I remember I used to go horseback riding back in the day, and I remember this girl. She had her leg out, and I stepped over her leg.
Oh, she should stop growing.
Oh shoot! The girl tell me step back over my leg.
Yes. She gotta stop
And
growing.
I was young, and I was just like looking at my
Did you
mom.
step back over her leg?
You had to. You.
I don't know.
No, she's short.
Maybe I can't remember, but I was so shocked.
That was gonna be my next one because my neighbor, he was a strong believer in that one, and she'd be like, "Yo, step back over me."
You're lying.
like, okay.
I wear up with all of those ones. Like if you come home after 12 o'clock, turn around before Jumbi
Oh my
come
God!
in behind.
I was asking my mom because since it had this episode, I was like, "Give me some. What are some ones you had to believe that you believed in?" She was like, if you coming in the house after 12, you gotta turn around.
Yes, I still have a friend that
I still do it to this day because I do it. Listen, I work with my grandmother, right? I still hear her voice telling me, turn around, come in. You know I'm walking
So what you gonna do?
I just open that door, turn around and walk back. That's it. I promise you.
I need to walk. Like wait, is walk.
walk in with your back.
Yes, so that the Jumbi don't walk behind you. I don't know if it's true, but I don't want the Jumbi walking behind him.
You're not gonna take no chances, right?
I don't want to take no chances. What else? Like when your shoe like if your shoe is happen to be turn over,
you have to turn it
turn it
back,
back over because you know something might happen to your mother. You know,
don't know.
what else? So many things. A broomstick. Make sure you turn up the broomstick and upside down in the house.
Okay,
What
these
about
are
when
not-
around funerals, right? You have to throw away the brooch and the thing.
yeah,
Somebody close
that
to
is
you.
what it is. Oh, okay. I never really
Yeah.
understood that part. Like,
Yeah,
why
like
I'm-
it's kind of like
Like you shouldn't go home with it. I guess.
yeah, like there's so many
home
things
and
I don't
like-
really know because I was very inquisitive. So I asked my grandma like, Ma, why this? Why this? Because I said so. But one time she was so upset with me.
So you asked
I keep asking, I want to know where these things come from. They didn't make sense to me. She said, I never used to ask my mother why. We used to listen to our mother. So back in the day, like they never used to
You don't question it,
You
right?
just do what they say. They
Right.
just continue to pass these things down and
Yeah.
trying to make sense of it at this point. Don't know because she never really used to ask.
Right.
She wouldn't ask because it was a form of disrespect
Yeah.
to ask the question. So we just walking around with all
do
these
it.
myths, and I do them because
She said so.
she said so. I just do it. I just do it.
So Kevin's gonna have to he just walk backwards. He gonna walk backwards.
Well, listen, I can pass it on to him.
And he got to choose whether or not he wants to.
I know what?
But it's so
Sometimes, yeah, I know a lot of them. Sometimes I just like listen to them, but sometimes there's this thing in the back of my head, like just don't do it. Like one that I'm always and I'm told off by my colleagues all the time is I put my bag on the floor a
Oh
lot.
yes, girl, don't do
yeah.
that.
I mean, other than that, it's
I've
kind of
heard that
gross.
already.
They strongly be like, no, man, don't do that. So the other day, I was like about to do it, and I was like, no, man, don't
Let me not do that.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can't put your bag on the ground or lower than yourself or something like that. That's one. I also
But that
don't
meant
put
that
my
you,
my
like,
bag
you
on
would
the
be
ground.
broke or something.
That you would, you would lose your money or something like
Something
that.
like that. Yeah. Something what they have one that say I don't know what it is. Maybe one of viewers will help us to tell us. The man who walk away from you or something like that. I can't remember what it is.
man with
With
the
his
bag on
shoe.
the floor?
No, something with his shoe. I can't remember. It's something like that. But maybe some of the viewers can help us out with some of them that they grew up with. But it was so much of them. Somebody close to you pass away that you have to. And there's a younger person. You have to pass over the casket. What else? Oh, if you get bad dreams, turn your nightie up inside.
My God, you know a lot.
I'm telling you
I
because
had like for hiccups, like when children have hiccups.
Oh, yes.
What is? Put a little
like either
thread.
a thread or sometimes they would take a match and
and
cross
put it
them
on
and
the
put it
foot.
right there. Yes. Yes. And let me tell you
I
something.
never heard
I do them. I do them. Okay, I don't know. I feel like
You don't know if you should like.
for the sake of it, I'll just do it anyway. And
Nah.
some of the rituals, like I'm okay with some of them.
I think
even
there's
if it makes
so
you
many
feel,
in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
There's a lot, and
Yeah.
I think that's Latin America too. I was asking my mom for some more, but she has a lot of New Year's related ones. So the one with the sage, she does it she does it to this day, where like I think it's before or after. You go with sage around the house and you burn sage around the house.
Should do that?
Yeah,
At
she
the end of
would.
the year. Or?
Are you gonna do it?
I think it's at the like about the ending or beginning. I don't know. I know I can always smell when it's happening. I'm like, okay.
Are you
go
gonna
again.
take on that tradition?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. The thing is, you don't
Maybe
see
you miss
yourself
it.
becoming your parents until you do.
until
Yeah,
you do absolutely. I remember
It's
thinking,
like-
but that don't make no sense. Look me now. After 12 o'clock turning
You're
around.
like,
come back.
you're looking at your parents, you're like, I never be like that. And then now, like,
Completely into all like when you're passing a burying ground, don't point at it. And I mean, you have to bite your finger if you point at a burying ground and all kind of things.
Ooh, that was a lot.
Okay, so we've been hearing a lot of Christmas songs lately, you know. Of course, when you go in your car is everywhere. But I wanted to talk about this story of a Christmas song that was apparently radio stations in the States are banning it. I don't know.
song?
Yeah, a Christmas song. Have you heard the story? It's the song "Baby It's Cold Outside."
Yes, because it gives a message of is it rape? Is it?
What's the lyrics?
So I came prepared with the lyrics, but anyways, it started in Ohio, I think, and the radio host was like, it was a song good for its time, but right now in today's narrative of the Me Too
movement,
it's just he don't find it's appropriate anymore, or it's a place to have a song like that. So he started to ban it, and I think other radio stations started to ban it too. So you know the whole gist of it is like a girl.
Sing, let's hear.
I actually.
Okay, I have the lyrics here.
Oh gosh.
So.
But did you think anything of it? No. You don't know.
If you listen to the lyrics in that context, you'll understand.
The thing is, it's perspective though. It's really perspective, because then you want, on the one side you're like playful banter, but when you think about the lyrics, you're like, ooh, this seeming a little creepy. So it's about girls. She want leave. She got go. She's saying a whole bunch of excuses. She's saying my parents gonna worry, my sister gonna worry what the neighbors gonna think, and the guy just saying, oh, it's cold, you're gonna get pneumonia and you're gonna die. That's actually a lyric. That's an actual lyric. So I'll read a
passage.
Yeah.
Baby.
He says,
I think you need to sing it first.
Yeah, sing it first.
no, I'm not singing. That's extra.
So I'm gonna be Santa Claus and you going to
Santa
be the girl.
Claus.
I'm gonna be the guy and you're gonna be the girl.
Okay, so
where we standing from?
So you're in the hyphens.
Where am I?
So I'm not sorry.
Okay. Where are you gonna start
The
at?
neighbors might.
Oh.
So you wanna sing?
Yes.
The neighbors might think.
Baby, it's bad out there.
Say what's in this drink?
No cabs to be had out there.
Wish I knew how.
Your eyes are like starlight now.
Okay. I wanted to say the what is in this drink passage because I think that's creepy.
Yes.
And there's one where he says,
so they're kind of like going back and forth. Like he's saying, you should stay, and she's like, no, I really must go.
I simply must go.
But baby, it's
you
cold
just say
outside.
the same thing over again. The answer is no.
But baby, it's cold outside.
Your welcome has been
How lucky that you dropped in.
so nice and warm. Okay, yeah, you get it. Blah, blah, blah. So there's some passages where you're like, okay, this is sounding very 50s, very creepy. And I think it's as you say, what filters you wearing.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're like, on the other hand, people are saying, but it's playful banter. It's not like that. You're taking it wrong.
Too far,
And other people say it's sounding kind of creepy.
Yeah.
What do you
guess
guys
the
take on
drink,
it?
It could be just like she had too much alcohol.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe it couldn't be like,
Well,
Or maybe he gave her too much alcohol so that she could stay.
Well, she says she asked for a drink in the song, but then after she say, "What's in this drink?" So I think it's kind of like,
I'm all for Me Too, but I think they're pushing it to this one.
Yeah.
Like a little too much.
I don't know. I feel like if
song.
people do take offense of it, then they have all rights to, if you feel like the song is insinuating something more than it really is,
I don't think that he was trying to.
It's like a tug of
but
war.
I don't think it's anything like
Exactly. We all don't want to say the word, right? But it all
not
depends.
to that extreme.
No.
But I think what it was, and it's kind of the fact that here is a woman kind of saying that she's feeling uncomfortable in a situation, and then the guy is not saying, okay, yeah, you're right,
Oh, yeah, he's trying to get
So
her to
I think it's more, they're taking it from that angle where it's like, why is this a Christmas song?
Yeah. Because she does say no, and then she's like, the answer is no.
But
and he keep like persistent, being
Yeah, but you
persistent
don't
and
know what the
persistent.
context was.
yeah, the context.
we don't know.
That's why.
But
that's why there was
but
the
did he
real
comment on it?
The singer said, and it's the girl, so it's coming from a girl's perspective. She said she likes the song and she will continue performing the song wherever she needs to perform it, because she said back in the days, the relationships had a different, I guess, dynamic. But from the context of the song, I think it's maybe pushing it a little too far, because from the context of the song, you can see that obviously these two people know each other.
Right.
Not saying that you can't be forceful to someone you don't know, but
it's kind of like a playful
banter, I want to say. But I mean, again, I also don't, I won't take it against someone who might feel offended from it. Because maybe it's someone who have experienced a similar situation and
it wasn't playful. It wasn't like,
of
Like
course they have those
started
situations.
off playful and it just ended up on another So, but that's interesting. I did hear about that. Listen to it.
On my ride here, I was listening to it, and I was like, can't be that bad. And then I was listening to it, I was like, ooh, well, okay, yeah,
like
that can be taken wrong. That can be taken wrong. But it's a song from the 50s. Like, what do you expect?
Yeah,
come on.
Exactly.
So a lot of radio stations are banning it.
A couple are banning it. I know one in Ohio. I couldn't remember how much we're getting on board. It's still being played here, so you will hear it and maybe give your perspective on it.
Yeah. Well, look at our Calypso songs. I don't expect that one to be banned anytime soon.
That's very true. So that is very true. Very true. People will be like, that's not even bad.
Exactly. For us, I was like, oh, what do you mean?
He's offering her a place to stay.
Like, what's your problem?
He's clearly worried. The man said you're gonna get pneumonia and die, so stay here. He's awfully worried.
He really wanted her to stay.
So I just wanted to bring that up, and I said
cool.
how
that's very interesting.
I heard it on the radio, and I was like, oh, I'm so gonna bring this up. So seeing as I think a good way to close this off is, the year is coming to an end. So where do you see yourself in 2019? What are your 2019 goals? I'm going there. What is your mantra for 2019? Motto? Have you guys thought about it?
I haven't set any.
Sorry, what?
Also, like the year, like you want to recap the.
Oh, recap the year. Okay.
Not recap, like how was this year?
How was this year? Okay. What, from the ending of the Christmas song too, or?
No, just
okay. So to close it off, guys, what better way to review the year? 2019 is coming up, the last 10 years. So what do you feel about 2018? How are we done with 2018? Are we over?
2018 was a good year, I think, but I'm looking forward, of course, to 2019. I think this year I just tried to be more grateful, and I think like a lot of things you kind of take for granted, and I just try to be grateful for the little things. Right. That's something I kind of just gonna go into 2019. I haven't set any goals as yet for 2019.
Do you make resolutions?
Not really. I know last year, like in the beginning of the year, I said, I wanted to read a book a month, for instance, and I kind of.
And how much do you're supposed to have 12, so how much is your total
I did
number?
like 9.
Well,
that's pretty good.
Very good.
I did 9.
That's great.
I wonder if online articles count, because then
Yeah.
I did like 9. So that was kind of the one, like kind of goal, that I set in terms of
that's cool.
2019 resolution. 2018.
And I like goals like that. Like I think when people make the resolution, they're a little bit. They go ambitious,
unrealistic.
Try to keep a goal, like read a book a month. Then you feel proud of yourself when you actually achieve it, and not like March, halfway through March, you're like,
imagine you said I said I want to read 5 books a month, for instance, or 4 once a week.
You won't be able to be on Let Off Finish. Sabrina,
I read them. No, but so I would say, like you said, realistic goals.
Good for you.
Yeah. Well, for me, this year has been a good year, but a good year for me doesn't necessarily mean that it's always been on a high. Right. I experienced a lot of highs and lows. And so what my mantra was for this year is that, or through the year, I've learned that the lows, you have to appreciate the lows in order to experience the highs.
Absolutely.
And I want to go into 2019 doing that and being grateful for the little things. And for me, what I realized in 2018 is, and I might go a little deep here, is that, like for example, every night I started this tradition that I would list some stuff that I'm grateful for before I go to bed, or be thankful, gratitude, and pray, but also to be thankful for the insight. Because you could just be thankful on a just skin deep kind of level, but I feel like being insightful and learning and being grateful for that insight, because a lot of people don't have the insight to see a lesson in the downward, part of their life. So to really extract a lesson out of it, and maybe I haven't put them all into practice, but that's I'm aware and I'm growing to be aware and I'm growing to implement it in my life, and I would like to go through 2019, implementing those, just being grateful for both the highs and the lows.
And traveling, like you said.
Practicing gratitude is something on the top of the list of like how to be happy.
Exactly.
Yes. Because it's like you take things for granted, so you have to sit down and you have to kind of list, and like if you say you're doing it every day, then that's like a good
and the thing is like it's a little things, because I always like at night or whatever, I always like kind of go through, I might not do it in detail, but just go through my head like and I always am thankful to be able to like laugh, at least have a good nice laugh once a day, what I mean? Because some people, they don't laugh. Like some people may just take life so serious, and like, I'm thankful that I was like my colleague made me laugh today, but I'm thankful for her,
But you make it sound so simple, but it's actually really, I think it's a really hard mentality to have, and it's like even to go through the day and pick out something that's good, because then you have to start noticing the little things, and I think that's really what's difficult for us as we go through. I mean, 2018 was a rough year because obviously, Irma aside, I think we face a lot of things politically, socially,
maybe even personally.
But,
you know what I read that may be interesting that we could also leave the viewers with is like I read that at the beginning of the year, you should have a jar and then kind of write something that something that about your day, and then at the end of the year you read it.
I wanted to try that
so powerful,
I wanted to try that so bad, and I think I'm gonna try it this year. Because I started halfway through the year one time, and then I forgot. I think I was like 1 month in, and I was like, everything sucks.
And then imagine if you read, imagine it at the end of the year you.
But that's so like.
Yeah, I know, but it's like self-reflection, because then you kind of like put in a mirror to yourself, like, damn, maybe like
But every day is kind of a lot. Like I would settle for like maybe. Once a month you write something. A lot of maybe that's why you kind of
maybe I think every day is like too much. You forget.
Yeah.
And what about
2018 was a continuation of 2017. It was hard. It was hard.
2017 part 2.
Yes, exactly. It was part 2, and I cannot go without mentioning, just because, and it might be a little heavy, but just because it is so, I lost a someone that's really, really close to me in 2017. So 2018 was like going through the firsts of that without this person included. It was the second Christmas, but it's a part of my whole life. So trying to cope, like you almost like have to take off like unzip yourself, because it's a new person, because this person was so integrated in your life and they're no longer there. So you gotta find happiness in spite of that, and that is, it's a little guilty, like how can you, but I still had to do it and focus on my son. So that's what I've been doing. I've been focusing on him and creating a new family life for him, and that has I think that has kept me above water. But then going into 2019, I realized, like, even though you're a mom and you're work full time, you really have to take care of yourself. And so I'm going into 2019, and I don't like to say my resolution, because probably in March I'm the one that can't, like, I'm going to stop.
We can call you.
Cut out the carbs. I'm not going to say none of those things that I have in my. So we have proof. No, I can't, because I really
call you into office evaluation.
Exactly, I can't. But self-care is on the top of the list. I realized like I spread myself really, really thin. So, and then I've been on this journey of just being okay with saying no, and I have to do that in order for self-preservation. You have to help it to form this new person, this whole new little person, and you can get completely engulfed into that. And it's realizing that you can't take care of nobody else if you don't take care of yourself first. So 2019 is a little bit about trying to balance that self-care, but also taking care of your responsibilities.
That's great. Yeah. That's awesome.
I think a lot of people, a lot of mothers would be like,
So we officially dubbed 2019 self-care.
Self-care.
Treat yourself.
Treat yourself.
Treat yourself.
2019.
All right. I think we left that.
Me?
No. I only listen. No. I think I don't usually make really worded resolutions. I think it's more of like a mentality. It's kind of close to what you said, Anissa. And I think it kind of mirrors what I wanted to do for 2018. And I'm just bringing over 2019, but perfecting it. So much that I got it tattooed on myself.
Yes.
Be here now.
And it's the mentality of be here now. I think in college, I always struggled with the fact of, okay, what am I doing a year from now? What am I doing 2 years from now? Where am I now? Comparing myself, ambition. And as much as I want to internalize that, I also want to enjoy every day, enjoy every moment. Maybe I didn't want to move to Martin right away, but I thought it was amazing. I could spend time with my family this year. So I say always try to enjoy the moment that you're in, see the positivity of it. As you said, learn from it, because then tomorrow will come and then you wasted yesterday.
Yes.
So that's the mentality going forward for 2019, and then maybe. And then maybe, I don't know, read a book.
Read a book.
If I had that for myself, I would have. How much have I read this year? Zero. Zero books.
But you read articles.
Because I never completed it. Can we count up chapters?
Chapter 1, done.
I've read maybe 12 chapters of a book. On that note. On that note,
Merry
yes,
Christmas.
I think we talked about a lot. If anyone has a superstition that we didn't mention, comment down below. I think
it's very interesting.
Yes.
because I've heard some I've never heard in my life,
And I had a whole bunch more, but
Like, I can't practice all of this.
You love me all day.
I forget the phone. I'll go back.
and then maybe comment down below what your
2018.
2018 or how it was, how 2018 was, and what your vision or mentality is for 2019. Share with us, discuss. Leave the negative comments below. I'm kidding.
Leave them in 2018.
No negativity. And that was it.
Yes.
That's it.
All right.